Now to the latest in Ukraine, the ongoing unrest and the downing of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17. The Ukrainian military confirms anti-Kiev fighters shot down 2 of its fighter jets near Donetsk. The separatists claim one of the pilots died and the other is on the run. In the passenger plane crash, MH17's black boxes are now in the United Kingdom. The British Air Accidents Investigation Branch says it will download the information from the voice and data recorders. Malaysia, where the flight was heading, held a special session of parliament. The Malaysian Prime Minister led a moment of silence and then condemned the murders of 298 innocent people. The first remains arrived in the Netherlands, home to 193 of the victims, on Wednesday in a very somber ceremony. From the military transports, 40 wooden coffins bearing remains were loaded onto hearses at Eindhoven Airport. Flags from all the nations of the victims flew at half-staff as the hearses departed to a center where forensic experts will be identifying the remains. Hundreds of relatives watched from the airport, and thousands of Dutch people lined the streets to pay respects as that convoy passed. Memorials are growing all across the country to commemorate the lost. CCTV's Dan Whitehead begins our coverage from Amsterdam.
A national day of mourning here in the Netherlands, and at Schiphol Airport, where this tragic story began, you can certainly feel that. The sea of flowers continuing to grow here. Hundreds of people, Dutch nationals as well as foreign travellers who are travelling through this airport, coming to pay their respects and lay tributes. The flowers continue not only in this section of the airport, but over here you can see that they continue right back along the stretch of Departure Hall 3 where MH17 left from. In the distance you can also see a queue of people waiting patiently to sign books of condolences. Not just one book of condolence, there are now 4. The airport reacting to such a large demand for people to come and write their tributes, people wanting to join in that national grieving. And that continues tonight. We hear that there is a silent walk being held in the central square of Amsterdam. Facebook and Twitter groups asking people to wear a white shirt, a white blouse, and come and pay their respects in the centre of the city. Of course, the identification process could take many weeks, if not months, but there is a sense here that there is some closure for the families and relatives of the victims of MH17. Dan Whitehead, CCTV at Schiphol Airport in the Netherlands.